Okay, in this video we're looking at the trigonometry rules of sine, cos and tan. Now you've probably heard of lots of people refer to different ways for memorizing them. Some people like the SOHCAHTOA, TOA. So that's sine is opposite over hypotenuse, cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan is opposite over adjacent. Other people like the rhyme, some old hens can't always hide their old age. Either way, it's up to you to memorize them. Now, some of you might also like to memorize them as the triangles which give the rules. So if we have a triangle for each rule, one for sine, one for cos, and one for tan, and the triangles are always split up the same way. You can write your SOHCAHTOA, so sine is opposite divided by hypotenuse, for cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, and TOA, tan, is opposite over adjacent. Now these are the three rules. So sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Cos theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, and tan theta is equal to opposite over adjacent. Now just a quick reminder of what that actually means. You've got a right angle triangle, there's a right angle, here's theta, this is the opposite side, this is the adjacent side, the one beside it, adjacent, and this is the hypotenuse. So OAH, and these are the rules that come from that. Now the triangles are useful because they show the algebra as well. So if we cover up what we want to know, so let's say we cover up sine, we want to know sine, you can see the rule is written opposite over hypotenuse. If you are then thinking, oh well, I know what the opposite is, but I want to find hypotenuse, you would cover up hypotenuse and you can see that the rule would be opposite divided by sine theta. So in other words, if you want to find the hypotenuse, the rule becomes opposite divided by sine theta. So it's actually written there. Now let's imagine that you wanted to find the opposite. So you would cover up the opposite and the rule is written there. It's sine theta times hypotenuse. So sine theta multiplied by the hypotenuse. Now you just need to be careful with that one. When you open up your calculator and you type in sine and you put in, say, an angle 30, it opens brackets. So make sure you close your bracket before you put the times. So the same is true of either of these. Whichever you want to know, you cover up. So if you want to know hypotenuse, cover it up. And the rule would be adjacent divided by cos theta. Okay, so the triangles just help you with the rules. So next we will look at an example of finding the side. Okay, here's an example. We want to find A. First step, always first step, label. So, well, actually, first step is draw a picture. You know the chant, draw a picture. Draw a picture, then you label the picture. So label the picky. Right, and in this case we're labeling it with opposite, adjacent and hypotenuse. Now just label what's there. The A is opposite the angle, so opposite. And this is opposite the right angle, the longest side, making it the hypotenuse. So we have labeled the picky. The next thing you need to do is pick a rule. So which rule do we have? So if you only label what you have, O and H, you can look at the rules. Which one has O and H? This one. So this is the rule that we're going to use for sine. Then we write the rule down. So that was pick the rule. Write the rule down. So sine theta is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Right, then we're going to substitute. So instead of the letters, we're going to put in what we know. So sine, and the theta is 35. So 35 is equal to opposite. Well, that's our A. We're not sure what that is. And hypotenuse That's 20. Now, at this point, we want to get a by itself, so we want to move the 20 over. It's going to come over to this side, and the opposite of divide by 20 is times by 20, and that means we end up with 20 sine 35 is equal to a, and that's where you need your calculator, and that's 11.47. Now, if you're using these triangles, you could have written the rule down differently. Remember, you cover up what you want to know. So in this case, I want to know the opposite, so I cover this up, and it tells me that it's sine times hypotenuse, sine times hypotenuse. So I could have written the rule down as opposite is equal to sine theta times the hypotenuse. So I could have written the rule down like that so that there's no algebra to do, and then I just fill in what I know. A is sine 35. Now that's going to open a bracket in our calculator times 20. Same maths, same answer, no algebra. So it's up to you. Do you want to use triangles? Do you want to use algebra? It doesn't matter how you do it as long as you get it. Always, step 1, label the picture. Step number 2, pick a rule. Step number 3, write a rule. Step number 4, substitute. And step number 5 would be find an answer. And there you have it. Now you just need to practice.